Junkyards are often filled with cars you'd have trouble giving away, even before they're eventually turned into cubes. But we can't say the same about the junkyards in Dubai. We often associate Dubai with elaborate skyscrapers and the archipelago of small artificial islands that look pretty cool when you see them from above on Google Maps. Perhaps it's not entirely surprising that the country houses some of the largest luxury vehicle scrapyards in the world, where you'll find supercars like Ferraris, Lamborghinis, McLarens, Bentleys, and so on. It's not unfair to assume a luxury car would only be abandoned under duress, and in a lot of cases, that's exactly what happened. As explained by an expert in car auctions who simply goes by Philip on the Discover Saeed YouTube channel, many of these vehicles end up in junkyards and subsequently at auctions because their owners flee the country.
Sometimes guys run away from the country due to some, I don't know,
legal issue.
yes, something like that.
We know how that sounds, but we're not talking about professional jewel thieves or international spies ditching their sweet rides after a crazy cinematic car chase. The strange truth is that the United Arab Emirates once had incredibly harsh criminal penalties for defaulted car loans, and by harsh, we mean that failing to pay a car loan in Dubai could result in actual jail time. So, many who couldn't afford the payments on their luxury cars would simply abandon them and/or flee the country, with notices for impounding clearly unheeded. The global financial crisis between 2008 and 2010 worsened the scenario, as defaulting on car loans, credit card bills, and even bouncing a check could result in time behind bars. Thankfully, the laws have since relaxed a little, with offenders more able to negotiate terms through the courts to avoid jail. That's not the only reason luxury junkyards became a thing, and they're still plenty stocked up these days with supercars. Though hard to imagine, there are instances of expatriates abandoning such cars instead of going through the process of selling them before they move to another country. Similarly, there's the confounding scenario where the super rich get bored and are too lazy to do anything more than ditch them on the side of the road like a toy they're no longer interested in playing with. Beyond that, Dubai will impound or levy a heavy fine for certain driving offenses, like running a red light, going more than 45 kilometers per hour over the speed limit, or driving on the hard shoulder. Whatever the case, the combination of all of the above saw many luxury vehicles relegated to dusty scrap yards, where they tend to go unclaimed and are sold at auction for much cheaper. We know what you're thinking. How easy would it be for me to snag one of these luxury cars at one of these auctions? It's definitely possible, but there's a lot to know about navigating the process intelligently, and it applies to all auctions, not just those in Dubai. As Philip explains in his interview for Discover Saeed, it's important to read the fine print during these transactions. According to him, a common thing that happens is a buyer will make a purchase and not realize that they will have to wait an extended period of time before the title and other necessary documents are provided to them. The process can sometimes stretch on for months.
So you want the car, you're expecting it to come to you, but they say, no, Habibi, 3 months, you need to wait for the documents to be finished.
So if you're someone who wants a car immediately, you're definitely going to want to make sure there isn't any of this sort of wording in the paperwork. Philip also has advice for those who are looking to resell these cars for a profit. There are different levels to this, of course, depending on the price of the car and how much you're hoping to make. For instance, perhaps you buy a super cheap car and plan to sell it for just 10% more. Philip explains that it's important to ask yourself if it's worth the time and energy to make such a measly profit.
For example, $5,000. 10% is how much? 500? Would you spend time going here, back for 500?
No.
I believe not.
You also have to worry about cars having hidden problems that aren't obvious on the lot. Philip outlines a few of these scenarios. The first example he offers is a scenario where a person might buy a car at an auction without realizing that another person had bought the car at a previous auction and used it for parts to fix a car they already own.
So I can buy a car like that, take what I need, put damaged parts from my car, and sell it again.
After that, he offers a similar example where an owner is simply trying to cut their losses when they end up with a car that has no hope of being fixed. Philip goes on to say that it's often a much wiser decision to buy from a private owner instead of at an auction. This is because you would be able to bring it to a repair shop for an in-depth inspection before you agree to buy it. That is not an option at auctions. And we're certainly inclined to agree and recommend that you don't take a risk buying a car at an auction unless you have some money to waste. While you could end up getting lucky, there are numerous ways for things to go sideways.